I started off playing football when I was 11 years old. And unfortunately, when I was 11, I was not a small guy. So I ended up playing with 14, 15-year-olds. So I played bantam for like 4 years because I wasn't a small guy. So. All right. So my name is Jesse Blizzard. I'm the head coach of the bantam team. I'm also the football coordinator for Sun Youth. I've been coaching for a very, very long time, 23 plus years. Of course, a lot of kids enjoy it. So, well, I work for Sun Youth all year long. I'm full-time staff. I work in sports and recreation department. I'm obviously a football coordinator, but we have many jobs. Seasonal, I help our golf tournament as well. I'm in charge of our trucks during the Christmas drive. So I'm a multitasker, so stay busy and help out the organization as much as I can. Describe me in 4 words?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. That's a good one. I would say honest, trustworthy, sometimes a comedian, hard-nosed as well, I guess. Shaped me in my life to become the person I am today. I would have to, first and foremost, my parents, mom and my dad, especially my father. He's been a role model for me, as well as Earl, another father figure kind of thing. So yeah, I would say that would probably be my ultimate 1-2 punch, I guess. Well, obviously my parents, the development as a person, they brought me up, proper values and stuff like that. I thank them all the time, it's brought me up to be a good man, I think, I hope. In terms of Earl, I learned a lot, with him and talking to him and stuff over the years. He's taught us, a lot of us, the game, what you can and cannot do, what you can and cannot say sometimes. Sometimes you gotta say something you don't want, you're not supposed to, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So that's how I feel, I guess. True love for the game of football. I would have to say, going back to my younger years, when I was a young lad. I started off playing football when I was 11 years old. And unfortunately, when I was 11, I was not a small guy. So I ended up playing with 14, 15-year-olds. So I played bantam for like 4 years because I wasn't a small guy. So I think that's the first year, bumps and bruises, 11-year-old going up against 14, 15-year-old wasn't exactly, easy. So I was getting pushed around, made me a tougher, I guess a tougher boy back then, and toughened me up pretty quickly. And then I've been in it ever since, so the love has always been there. So yeah, I guess that's pretty good. When I first started, obviously being younger than most of them, because technically I should have been playing at a younger level, but unfortunately back in those days, the weight limits were a lot less. So I think in that weight limit, I think I was 6 years old. I was that big. So you adapt, and obviously like I said, you bumps and bruises at the beginning, and then a couple of years later down the line, he caught up a bit, and it was good. Learning experience, I played till I would guess the last year midget. Unfortunately, because I got hurt, I played Team Quebec 16 and under, and back then I got hurt in a practice. I got blindsided, and it ended up pretty much costing me my career. I had to have a couple of surgeries afterwards to, bring myself back. But the love was always there for the game. It's just unfortunately being a big guy and not being able to move as like I wanted to. I was approached by one of my good friends who played with me back in Bantam and stuff, and he reached out to me. I was like 18 years old. He says, "Jess, you want to come give me a hand, coach some football?" Yeah, why not, man? I mean, going back to my alma mater, right? So why not? So I've been in the game ever since. Started off as a position coach, helped him out. Then, a couple of years down the line, he decided he wanted to, move on and with his career and stuff. So I was asked to take over and been the big boss ever since. Best playing memories, there's a few. I mean, I would have to say some of the good memories is playing Bantam, like my last year Bantam, then going up to midget, playing for Earl. Earl's extravaganza, he's yelling and stuff. It was entertaining. I mean, that's, those were the good days. I mean, there still are. So, we maintain, it's a big family, right? So it's always like from the day one I got involved to play, I felt like I was at home, a second home. Some of us never wanted to leave. So we try to maintain that to this day. It's, it's a little bit more difficult with the times we're in right now, but hopefully down the line we'll come back to that. And, so. I mean, how I started coaching, like I said, I was 18 years old, and my buddy asked me to come give him a hand, and like I said, I started off as a position coach, helped him out, and then obviously he moved on. I took over. I coached Pee Wee for wow. I would have to say 16 years about. I was a head coach for a good 13, 14 of those, so 14, 15 of those, I would say. So I've been around, so I've seen a lot. Honestly, before becoming a football coach, I really didn't. I mean, back then I was young, right? So I was in CJEP, cruising with the ladies, I mean, when I first started, I mean, it was gradually I got more. I'm like, this is all right. This is cool. I mean, we're all doing this with volunteering, right? So this was interesting. It was giving back to the younger generation, I've been there, kind of thing. So have that opportunity to give back was fantastic, and been there ever since. Don't regret it one bit, man. So I've been coaching, like I said, for about 23 years now, going on my 24th. I've never coached anywhere else but Sun Youth. I mean, I've coached all-star teams. I've been a head coach of the all-star team U15 for many, many years. Besides that, coaching for any other association, no, I've always been with Sun Youth. How I became the head coach of the all-star team, going back in the early years, there's always been that all-star team, and I guess my 5th year, I guess I got interested and wanted to do it during the summer. So they reached out to a few head coaches, to see if they were interested in helping out. And I mean, I was bringing the kids there for practices and stuff. So I was like, why not? Give it a shot. Started off as a position coach, lineman coach. Worked my way up, so did the grind. Coached the position coach for probably 3 years. Then everybody, as you would expect, everybody moves on. And I was offered, would you be interested in becoming a head coach? And I said, hey, why not? It's a championship program, so why not? So I took over that and been the head coach ever since. So. The best thing about being a coach is, honestly, is to be able to, mentor these kids, teach them, giving back. You know, some of these kids, they lack that at home, right? So to be that bigger brother, I guess you can call it, you know, you got to be firm sometimes. You know, there's time to, to fool around, have a good time, but there's time to be a little bit more serious. And obviously is to be able to help them on and off the field as well. So, you know, the goal is always, it's part of Sun Youth. It's the goal to help them out as much as we can. You know, off the field is more important. So, to give them some kind of, put them on the right path, I guess, you know. Talking trying times, I would have to say it's been difficult the last few years. It's challenging. It's different. Not having that home base, you know. So obviously in the near future, we're hoping that we'll have that home base back, and it'll be a little bit more of a ease. It's been a grind the last few years, you know, carrying stuff here and there and everywhere, and every week, every night, you know, being there and not having a place to put stuff and putting it in a truck or putting it in a car and whatever the case may be. Yeah, it's been difficult, but I feel that we did what we could with what we had, and we'll continue to progress and hope for the best in the near future, I guess. My fondest memory to this day of coaching is honestly, if we're talking with Sun Youth, I mean, I've coached 23 years, and to have had that opportunity to, after so many years of, you know, the grind and helping and coaching these kids, to be able to have that accomplishment of winning a championship in 2017 was my first. So it was big, you know, so I think that would be it in terms of that. I mean, like I said, 23 years of coaching, I've seen a lot of kids, right? So, you know, it's good. It keeps you young. What it means to coach for Sun Youth, a special thing. That's a good one. They're always special. I mean, it's to be able to, that family-oriented organization that's been there for so many years. The way Earl taught everybody back in the day, and to be able to give that back to these kids in the same, I guess, format, but a little bit more of a modern era, I guess. I feel, I mean, it's built on family, right? So we continue that legacy. Hopefully, we're doing the right thing, and that would be it, I guess. The next 5 to 10 years, where do I see the program? I'm seeing a program to be able to explode, you know, to be able to maintain our 5 teams and to fill them up at every level to the maximum that we can. And obviously the ultimate goal is to help these kids progress, help these kids get to the next level and get a proper education, and we're going to do what we can to help them in any way we can. So yeah, I would see that in the next 5-10 years, and to me a powerhouse, honestly a powerhouse. That's the model we've had many years ago, and we want to bring that back. We want to be the most feared team out there, so, or I should say the most feared organization out there. So, that's where I see it in the next, so hopefully in the next 5 to 10 years, that everybody will want to play for us. So yeah, that's where I see it. So.
Perfect. Well, all the questions I have for now. Well, like I said, you answered these questions quick.
Did I? Wow.
So thank you again for sitting down with us to do this interview. And if I have any other questions, we'll set up another time at some point.
Oh, it's my pleasure, man. It's been fun.
Yeah. Thank you.